Funnily enough, I felt ashamed when I started to develop post-natal depression with my little girl. When Allegra was about 6 or 7 weeks old, I started to realise how I was feeling was more than just being a new mum. It was more than just sleep deprivation, and it was quite, it was difficult for me to come to terms with what I was going through. I was feeling incredibly anxious, but not just normal sort of nerves or anxiety. Because I think the thing is, when you're a new mum, it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? Nothing possibly prepares you for what this tiny little person is going to do to your life. But I was really anxious to almost a point of obsession with, oh my God, is she going to be all right? But if I leave her, might something happen? And it was really getting out of control in my head, the anxious thoughts. You know, it was beyond, oh, is she getting enough sleep? It was really out of control. So my anxiety was way over the top. I felt very out of control, panicked, and also I felt empty, and I felt like I was losing my mind. Despite the knowledge that I had of treatment, the support that was available, and the message that I've been saying to people for so long, don't be ashamed, put your hand up, it's okay to ask for help. I found myself struggling with all of those things myself. And that was an enormous challenge for me, because I thought, God, if I feel like this, how must a lot of other new mums feel who don't have the information, who don't have the support? I remember just thinking, oh, how am I going to tell my husband about this? And I remember late one night sort of saying to him, you know, I'm not doing well. And he said, what do you mean? You look, you know, you seem like you're coping well, you're looking after our daughter beautifully. It seems to be okay. What do you mean? I said, no, I'm really afraid that I have postnatal depression. I need help and I'm not coping. And I remember he took me in his arms and he said, it's going to be all right. And that gave me so much, makes me emotional thinking about it. That gave me so much relief, because I knew that it would be okay. And I think, but just that initial asking for help can be so hard. But you have to. And I think almost that conversation I had with Peter was the start of me getting better. So I saw a psychiatrist and saw her, I still see her, but in those early days I was seeing her every week. I was on antidepressants, which worked very well for me. My advice to new mums out there who are feeling like they're not coping is get help. Put your hand up. I know how difficult that can be, because that was a real big step for me to put my hand up and say, I'm not coping. But it's so important to do that. And it's okay to put your hand up and say, I'm not coping. Doesn't mean that you're a bad mum. It doesn't mean that you don't love your baby. It just means you need some help, rather than feeling like, oh my God, I have to just keep going through this on my own. You don't. There's help out there and you can feel better.